Hey, beautiful soul. Okay, I am on my way to yoga, but Source was like, please, can you just sit down and share about this topic because it's important. There's someone out there who needs to hear this, and I was like, no, I'm on my way. I would like to have a matcha on the way, but someone is out there. I was also looking at my dress, and I was like, there's two beautiful spots, and I was like, I can't record the video, and I was like, okay, fuck it. So, I had an experience yesterday and it was so profound and it really taught me that everything is so divinely aligned for us to just succeed and level up. I went to my friend's house and it was such a heartfelt evening. We were just coming together in such a beautiful way. I haven't seen them for a really long time. They moved back to Ubud. They were down in Uluwatu before. Wow. So, this I love them so much. And the male part of the friendship asks me, how is it going? You know, I used to have a business here. I still have the company, but the business was about making an elixir here in Bali, an Ormus elixir. And I tried for 2.5 years to align everything. You know, beautiful product. I made everything, the bottles, the homepage. I was selling it in more than 11 different stores. However, there was always an energy that stopped it. There was always an energy that, and for many years, I was so much in my masculine. For many years, I was just like, go, 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 pressing it forward. However, I have entered this year into a completely different frequency of how I would like to work. So, to have that conversation yesterday where I shared that I gave up this product, that I completely let it go. Oh, my universe. I went through sitting around this table. I started to feel small. I started to feel I started to have feelings of having failed. And I could listen to their voices saying, yeah, but here in Indonesia, you have to press something forward. And I'm like, yeah, I have done. But I have also come to the conclusion where it just wasn't in resonance anymore with the person, with the human being that I have become. So the Chaka who started that business 2.5 years ago, or was it more? I'm not so good with time. However, he has just evolved and transformed so many times that the the soul that I am today, the holographic representation of me on this planet, is no longer in resonance. But there is also this part of me that is proud, that doesn't want to give up, that doesn't want to let that go. However, I can see that when I close that door to this project, to that product, because there was always something that didn't work out. I could have, with my masculine force, I could have just powered through, you know, but it didn't feel good for that part within me, my heart, my essence, my truth, my authenticity, who I am today, is not feeling in resonance with that if I really tune in. But why am I sharing this? I'm sharing this because I know that there are so many people on this planet who walk down one path, and all of a sudden there is something within them that doesn't feel 100% aligned anymore. However, we have been taught from our parents, from all these lineages, from people who have been here before us. It's like a whole tapestry of ideas of how to live our lives. It is constructs of illusions of something that was serving someone that was there before you, before us. However, how does it actually feel to do something in your life that is not feeling in alignment? And yesterday when I shared it, there was part of me that was like, ugh, I just gave up. I just threw the towel in the ring and I was like, ugh. And I could feel the resonance because I am such a sensitive being. I could feel how the male figure around the dinner table was like, So you just gave up? So you just spent 2 months at home listening to the universe? And I was like, yes, yes. Ugh. And I froze in that setting. I completely froze because that human mind, the logical mind, came in and started to catch up on the frequency of him. And it made me shrink. Did I do something wrong? Should I have powered? Should I have pressed more? Was it a mistake? But like when I wake up today, I'm just like, wow, no. Because I can see that when I close that door, and I closed it before, but then I opened it because I got scared if I was missing out, like this fear of missing out, this fear of the unknown. But I can just feel I'm waking up today, and Source was like, can you please sit down and share about this? Because I know there is a million people out there who is standing in the same position that has been doing this a whole motherfucking life. I mean, I didn't do this the whole life, but I spent so much energy. I just poured all of my soul into this business, into this product. It's a motherfucking amazing product. But at some point, there was just a part of me that was like listening. Even it was so funny. So the bank couldn't make my bank card. So my company is called the Golden Heart Amrita. I mean, like, brilliant name. But here in Bali, hati, the heart, like heart in English is called hati in Bahasa, in Indonesian, in Balinese. But watch out when you go driving, it's also called hati hati. And they wrote motherfucking hati on my card, like watch out instead of heart. And it was just all of these small fractals, all of these small hints from the universe. I was like, hey, Chaka, little Chucky, you're not meant to go over there. It is beautiful golden egg. However, we want you to go over there. Your soul is so excited for this other path. And I started to share about my streetwear brand, and it was like, what are you making, hoodies and t-shirts? And I could just feel this like, I'm making hoodies now and t-shirts. And it was like, no, motherfucking making the coolest streetwear brand on the planet. However, that human side of me was just like snowballing in the mind patterns of like not feeling worthy, like having failed, having not followed through with something. So if my words now is resonating with you, if you feel that, oh, there's this thing that I've been doing for so long, and I know that it's not in alignment with me anymore. However, it is like, what are other people gonna think? Maybe you have employees, maybe there's this and that, and maybe there's 100,000 things that your mind comes in and is telling you and trying to pull you back into that loop of nonsense. Then I really hope that these words will awaken you to a massive wave of courage, like the biggest wave of courage to step out and into the unknown and just soak yourself in this omnipresence of the universal forces that takes you in the right direction. And sometimes we have to, excuse me, step out of our comfort zone, because within that stepping out, we just expand massively. And everything that we have done that felt uncomfortable in the beginning, just look back 5 years ago, look back 6 months ago, how so easy now, like, but at that point it was like, how am I ever gonna do it? So please allow this video to be your catalyst for just breaking out of those shackles holding you, doing that project, doing that job, doing whatever it is. It could also be eating the same thing anymore. Just keep snowballing, smoking, whatever, like, because the mind is just like, do this, do that, and you're just like, it's like, fucking mind control. Like, start to figure out who are you? Who is controlling you? Who's telling you to do all these things? Is it your head? Is it your soul, your higher self? Or is it just something that's been snowballing on repeat for eons, you know? I just Let's say a prayer. Let's say if you are really in that beautiful space of transformation where you have that inner knowing, that little whisper, that silent voice that's just guiding you to do the most miraculous things on the planet, but there is this like a big fat motherfucking mind that is just shouting at you to keep in your row and just keep sheeping, then this prayer is for you. If you want to close your eyes with me today, then do so. And just take a few breaths into your heart. And these breaths are just representing the deep-rooted gratitude for us to be alive on this planet, this miraculous, majestic planet. Wow, we are living on Earth, spiraling through time and space in the cosmos. I mean, like, it's so fucking trippy. Thank you, dear God, for that beautiful essence of a new spark, of a little whisper within my heart. Thank you, God. Thank you, universe, for allowing me to walk down a new and more elevated path. I thank you, God, for bringing me into this reality of a reflection of being a human being in flesh and blood on this planet, for having such a magnificent opportunity of experiencing this reality on this planet. Thank you, God. Thank you, universe. Thank you, parents, for allowing me to come in and experience this playful reality. May this new allied path for me open up effortless as I'm walking curated steps, one step after the other, as lotus flowers are opening up under my feet. And I see this new path, I see this golden egg in front of me, and I trust, even though I cannot see that far in front of me, I trust that the feeling that I have within my heart, I feel this sparkle essence of this new elevated reality that is here in front of me. Wow. I can feel it even though I cannot see it, but I can see it with my imagination, and I trust that spark no matter what other people will think. I bless them because everyone has the right to think whatever they want, and maybe my new steps will be an inspiration. I'm going to be an inspiration. I am an inspiration. And every single step I'm taking into the unknown, I'm opening up new paths for everyone else around me. Because I am a rainbow child on this planet, or whatever else you want to be. I am the most majestic, magnificent representation of God. And I know that God has a life beyond my wildest dreams, aligned for me, extraordinary in my life. So I take this courageous step into the unknown, and I let go of the past with deep-rooted gratitude for all of the lessons, all of the teachings. Even though I've spent years on this project, even though I've spent years on this job, I know that as soon as I close that door, as soon as I let go, a much brighter, a much more elevated timeline will open up, full of rainbow, gold, glitter, coconuts, palm trees, whatever it is that you feel like bringing into this reality. It's there waiting for you with a big smile. And God, your ancestors, the angels, your guardian angels and protectors around you, they're just clapping their hands because they're so excited for you. Ooh, and I can feel the sparkle within my heart because I have a new journey opening up for me. And so do you. And I'm so excited for you. Let's take this moment of silence. The silence. We're honoring and sealing this beautiful new journey, timeline, elevation. And it is done, it is done, it is done. You have now entered it, and everything is the purest of perfection, and you made it, and I'm so proud of you. And you can slowly open your eyes, look into my eyes, and I'm hugging you because I am so proud of you. You made it. Wow. Congratulations. You are on a new timeline. I'm so proud of you. Go out there and make yourself proud and shine in a different light, because we all need that. Everyone else who is telling you that this is not a good idea, bless them, because they need to see you flower in a new way so you can open up a new possibility within their consciousness. And it is so important, because otherwise everyone will always keep everyone stuck, because it's so scary when people start to pivot and people start to elevate and people start to go into these higher timelines. I'm proud of you. I love you. Go out there and live your best life.